Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to another This Might Hurt. So, let's get these cards shuffled and see what energies we have for today. Happy Monday, everyone going back to work, or those of you who worked yesterday, then welcome to another day of work, I guess. We have the devil. So, we have some self-sabotage, possibly addictions, possibly those things that hold us back, right? So, yeah. I mean, I don't know what more I can say about the devil card, but there's some sort of self-sabotage. I think it's more self-sabotage than anything else, is what I'm feeling with this card. Maybe it's old ways of thinking, right? Maybe it's, maybe something irritated you, and it's trying to show you where it is you need to heal within yourself. And when the same scripts keep repeating, you're the only one that can change those scripts, right? Because you are the author of your story. So be careful not to sabotage yourself. Check your thinking before you react to things. Understand that your reactions have more to do with you than they do with the other person, right? They're just the mirror showing you where the healing needs to happen. And that's sometimes a hard pill to swallow, right? Because I'm not saying that the thing that irritates you exists within you, but it's definitely showing you something. So ask yourself, what is this showing me? What am I meant to understand, learn, uncover, reveal about myself? Eight of Cups, walking away from things that no longer serve you. Maybe the frequencies have changed. Maybe the things that you once needed in your life, you don't need anymore. And if you have people in your life not on the healing path, not doing the work, then those people are probably going to fade away as you elevate. And saying goodbye with grace. We were talking about this a lot yesterday. Actually, no, not we. I was talking about this a lot yesterday. I actually had two discussion boards for for school. And the discussion board was saying goodbye and how different cultures say goodbye and what different words we use and so forth. And I realized I don't have a specific way because I was never taught one. So the best word I could come up with was namaste, which is the divine in me honors the divine in you. And when I say goodbye to people now, I always am careful, I should say, to include thank you for your part in my journey, and it's been an honor to have been a part of yours. So that's the energy that we need to take, right? To avoid this self-sabotage, right? So when we realize things are no longer for us, it's time to say goodbye. And not with anger and not with resentments, but with love, right? Six of Swords in reverse. So sitting with the emotions as opposed to just letting them, trying to move through them really, really fast. This is just sitting with them and letting them be what they're going to be. Notice he's in the boat by himself, right? Moving away. But this could mean it's not, I wouldn't say stuck. I would say it's more like I'm just going to sit with this emotion and see what this feels like. I'm going to try this on for size and not react and see what it just really feels like. It can be stagnancy. No, it's not stagnancy. I just looked it up and that's not what I'm feeling with this card. I feel like it's letting yourself sit in the emotions. We're just sitting in it. We are observing it, evaluating it, and seeing what we want to do next. Especially when it comes with these cards, right? Because if you read tarot, it's not always the definition in the book. Have a general idea of what these things mean, yeah, but eventually it's going to be, what does it mean to you, right? Because we have a lot of cards. We're going to take all these cards to finish out the reading. Let me set these other cards aside. So we've got Judgment. And that is, we're our own worst critics, right? Judgment comes right before the World card, which ends the cycle. So having the presence of mind to be able to see, what is this trying to teach me? How can I balance the scales, if you will? Because if you notice, your heart needs to be lighter than a feather in order for you to move on to the next life, next world, heaven, whatever word you want to call it, to the Hangman. Again, kind of that sitting there energy, right? Just letting it be what it's going to be, looking at things from a different perspective, and just kind of hanging back, literally hanging, right? Hanged man. Hang back and see what's what's going to reveal itself. And what's going to reveal itself is the Ace of Cups. The new way of looking at your emotions, new things in love, new ideas. I like the white dove here, the peaceful messenger there. It might be, I guess, okay, so I just looked it up, and Ace of Cups means a birth. You're birthing new emotions, birthing new ways of looking at things, birthing new ways of filling your cup and letting it overflow. We can't pour from an empty cup, right? And even my coffee cup today, and every day. Let me see if I can show you. I don't know if I can tilt it far enough for you to see, but it says fill your cup, right? That's my constant reminder that we have to fill our own cup first, making sure that we are only giving away the overflow of that cup. What we don't see coming on the bottom of the deck. Nine of Wands, ending those stories, ending that. So I keep going back to the fact that he's writing the story, right? That he's, the wands here are pens, and in this deck it seems to be that the pens and the pencils are the wands more often than not, and that just kind of intuitively tells me that we do write our own story, and now we're going to start to write a different story, right? When we talk about the Nine of Wands, I'm going to look it up again real quick. Keeping and maintaining boundaries, a test of courage and persistence. I didn't, and you know what's funny is I always think of the Nine of Wands as boundaries, and I don't see boundaries here. I see our thoughts. Maybe the boundary is within yourself. Maybe the boundary is to not overthink, to not put our, well, it's hard. So let me finish the thought before I contradict it. But it's hard not to bring our crap to the table, right? Our story is always going to have an impact on how we perceive things. And even that's like the art of tarot, right? The art of tarot is you bring to the table your experience and your stories and your knowledge and your understanding in order to give the messages, because spirit speaks your language. So these cards, if they all came out from a different tarot reader, you might get a very different message, but they came out for me, and so I'm meant to interpret them my way. And I feel like that's what this Nine of Wands is, right? Understand that you bring yourself to the story. You are the magic of the story. And what you don't see coming is the fact that you are going to be creating what comes next by the way that you think about it. So be very careful with that. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. We will talk tomorrow. Take care.